Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Secondary Heroes podcast. We're going to react to the brand new The Matrix Resurrections trailer. This is your host, Trevor, and joining me is...
Hey guys, it's Neo Prague.
Awesome. And so, if this is your first time to Secondary Heroes reactions, we're going to talk about a bit background of The Matrix, and then we're going to watch the trailer live with everyone. We're going to count it down. You can watch along with us. We're going to react to it, and then just go full on with what these 2 minutes and 52 seconds have in store.
Yeah, and let us know what you think of us reacting to stuff. This is fairly new. And if you like this content, let us know by putting a like and subscribing and commenting down below, because we can do more of these. So
Awesome.
We're excited for it.
Yeah, so, I mean, where do you want to start with The Matrix? It came out in 1999.
Yes. I'm like, were you born then? Yes, I guess you were. This came out when I was in college, and it was a big deal, right? It's Matrix. It was kind of like it set the benchmark for big budget cinema for an entire decade. You know, it really set the standard for special effects and everything, and how stories could be told on the big screen. It kind of pushed forward sci-fi in a way. I know, like, all of my friends were excited to go see this. They love this film. I was okay with it when it first came out. I'm not like a big fan of the franchise, but I do enjoy the first movie a lot. I like a lot of the ideas that are presented in that film. I'm just not like, oh my God, The Matrix is the best thing ever, but it's fun. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the concepts of it. I did not care for the two sequels. In fact, the third one I didn't want to go see, but my best friend at the time was a huge fan and had to take me. He's like, no, we have to go opening day. I walked out halfway through the movie and sat in the lobby for a while, and then came back in, and still don't know quite what was going on in that film. So didn't really care because I hated it. But the first movie is there. This should have been like for you, what you say, the Jurassic Park series. Like, there should just be one acknowledged one film, because one film was great and fantastic, and the rest were not so much. Had moments, and there's some moments in the second one that were great, but I wouldn't rewatch that film as in its entirety. So that's where I'm at.
So I was 11 when the first one came out. And the main kind of part I remember is everyone was trying to say what's going on. They're like, oh, it actually means this. It's an analogy for this. You know, everyone tries to think. It was a way to pretend you're smarter than you are. But you go to a party. Oh, I think this happened in The Matrix. That's what I remember about the first film.
Well, what you say is Neo's like this Christ-like figure in The Matrix. And what that really means is that, yeah, I know.
Yeah. And so, but I mean, those sequences, I remember just... like, we would do stuff in school, like you would roll your eyes back and say that you're downloading how to do whatever, because that was like the whole cool thing, and you could do that whatever it was, you know, you're playing some certain sport or whatever. And then the sequels came, and I remember there was super hype for it. And that first sequel, the only thing I remember is that it ends with a cliffhanger, and everybody in the theater is like, what are they doing?
Yeah. What are they doing? We don't know. We still don't know, I don't think. So. And
then the third movie, the only part that I remember is that big stack of CGI Agent Smiths, or is that the second one? I don't know.
I don't know. I think that's the second one. Yeah.
I don't remember what happens in the third movie. The second movie has the twins and has the freeway sequence, and I think that is the big mound of Agent Smiths. I have no idea what happens in the third movie. I've seen it.
Yeah. That's the third movie for you. No idea. Stuff happened. Neo sacrificed himself to save the Matrix, I think. And I think it ended with Oracle being happy on a park bench or something. Yeah. That's all I remember. So I think leading into this then, what is your hype level? Are you excited for this? Just kind of in the middle? Don't care? What do you think?
I think that I don't really care. I'm going to be like, for Spider-Man, I was super excited because there's so much Marvel content leading to it. I haven't thought about The Matrix in probably 10, 15 years. It doesn't mean anything to me anymore. Like, the first movie, I can remember awesome sequences from it, but it's not like there's a hype level. I don't know if there's any story I care to go and see told in that universe anymore. And then I've seen the still frames that Neo looks a lot like John Wick, and I'm like... I mean, John Wick's coming. Like, John Wick 4 and Matrix 4 were originally supposed to be in the same date before the whole COVID delays of everything. And so I don't know if they're just trying to cash in on Keanu Reeves being super popular right now or what it is. But that's kind of tempers my excitement.
Sure. I mean, I think the reason why he looks like that is because they were filming both at the same time, and it's like, hey, do you mind just not cutting his hair, trimming his beard for your movie? Just be like, oh, that's Neo in the future. He's fine. That's the way he looks. And I bet that's what happened. They probably made some deal, to do that. But yeah, he definitely looks like John Wick and not like Neo to me in the thumbnail. So we'll see what that leads to. I'm not. How would I put this? I'm interested. I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with this franchise, but I'm not like excited. It wasn't like something I was like, ooh. I think the only reason why I'm interested to watch the trailer is to see like San Francisco, because it's so close to me. It's across the bay from where I live, so I get to see like kind of the different landmarks and what they do with it. And I know it was filmed here, so it's kind of neat. But yeah, I feel like maybe this is just going to be a cash grab. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's like this great new idea. We'll see. We'll discuss more after on how it goes, I guess.
And do you think they're setting up a 4, 5, and 6, or is this just a 4? We're doing it 20 years later and seeing where everything is.
If it's a cash grab opportunity, yeah, I think they're gonna try to franchise this back out, is my guess. But we'll see on the trailer how this goes.
Yeah. And I wonder if they try to bridge it to a new actor or something.
That's a good point. They might like hand off to a new Neo, possibly.
Yeah.
Neo. I mean,
Anyway.
that is kind of the whole point, right? There's always another Neo. We just happen to be with this particular one, if I remember correctly. So there's that possibility.
Yep.
Yeah. It's all right. Syncing up my trailer now.
And then is Keanu Reeves the only one coming back from the original cast?
No idea.
I heard
I
Lawrence
saw
Fishburne
some stuff
is not in it, right?
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter today, so that's all I know so far about the casting. That's interesting.
Yeah. He's pretty key.
At least he was in the first 3 movies. He's kind of like the main character other than Neo, so we'll see.
Okay, so if you are watching along at home, we're going to count it down 3, 2, 1, and so we're going to watch it together, react, and see what's going on with the Matrix Resurrection. So I hope everybody's ready. You ready,
I'm ready.
Prague?
Oh yeah.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Thomas?
Nice, that's my city.
You seem particularly triggered right now. Can you tell me what happened?
Oh.
I've had dreams that weren't just dreams. Am I crazy?
Probably.
We don't use that word in here.
Okay. So he's at the Matrix. Going there. Right. Nice shot.
Hi.
I like the song choice. Hey.
Trinity.
Okay.
Have we met?
Okay, we don't know who we are.
One pill makes you larger, and one pill makes you small, and the ones that mother gives you
Society commentary.
Oh, lots of blue pills. Okay. Let's try to drown out the Matrix. There we go. Alright.
Alice in Wonderland, very overt. Old guy.
Time to fly.
Not Lawrence Fishburne. Exact split.
Okay.
If you want the truth, Neo, you're going to have to follow me.
The
Oh, it's like
only
through the
thing that
looking
matters to you
glass.
is still
That's
here.
neat.
I know it's why you're still fighting and why you will never give up.
Call back. All right.
Hiding in the
You don't know me.
Yeah.
No?
Oh, he knows you're all right.
We got a whole bunch of alien or robot hive pods.
Smiths. Or some kind. Fun shot. Alright.
Inception.
Yeah. Very much. Callbacks. A lot. mission.
After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
Resurrection. This is tie in a lot. Christmas. All right.
And it's gonna be on
No
HBO
tag?
Max.
That's it. Nice. No tag afterwards. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
First impression, right off the bat.
First impression.
Just good,
it
bad,
looks like
different.
they're remaking the original film.
Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Like right off the bat, it felt to me kind of like, well, I'm blanking here. Star Wars, like how they redid A New Hope with the new one,
like Force
right?
Awakens,
Like it's like, or more like they remastered, like in a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not getting what the I guess the progression is really. Like I get what they're trying to go for. Like, oh, I remember you, like a deja vu kind of stuff, and he's being resurrected maybe to help in the Matrix again. But I don't. But it feels beat for beat almost the same plot as the first one. So it's like, yeah, like they're remaking the first film.
Yeah, it looks like
much
he's in the same identity where he doesn't know that he doesn't know that he's in the Matrix.
Yeah, he has
he's
no
just
idea,
walking
right?
along. He's Thomas. He's back on his normal boring life. Everybody's using their screens and they're completely devoid of understanding.
Exactly.
And then they awaken him when they're in the little dojo fight scene, and so now he knows what to do. And then we have all kinds of explosions and car chases and train sequences, and he stops bullets. And yeah.
It looks exactly like the same plot. I'm kind of confused about that. Yeah, so I feel like maybe this is more of a soft reboot. So you might be right. They're going to franchise this most likely and probably find maybe a new Neo. Maybe he has to find that person to be him. Maybe this is a crossover with John Wick, and John Wick wakes up and realizes he's Neo. I don't know.
That would be amazing. That's
that
what
would
I've
become
always
a
been
fun
hoping
crossover.
for.
That'd be fun. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I will say it looks better. Like, not that the original Matrix didn't look bad, but it looks like they cleaned up the Matrix. It's like, hey, let's put some finesse on these shots and make it look super 4K high def and reshoot the action scenes and kind of what
it's not as big of a difference between New Hope and Force Awakens when you go through the trench run and you can tell that they actually have abilities to do. But I mean, there's some CGI enhancements since 1999, and they're taking advantage of that.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like it's like to your point, it doesn't feel like they advanced it that much. I feel like other people have taken the Matrix as a launching pad and made stuff better than what I saw in this trailer. Like Christopher Nolan, for example, that hallway scene, like his hallway scene is absolutely fantastic. He's known for it. And in this, it just kind of felt like it was a neat little camera trick, but that's what all it felt like a CGI camera flip. So I feel like there's people that are doing it better, and that doesn't mean that the Matrix itself wasn't great at its time, but it was like a launching point for a lot of different directors. Like I got some Black Mirror vibes in this, but I feel like Black Mirror was doing it better. But maybe I'm wrong. I have to watch the film probably. If it does come to HBO, like I think it said, I will. I don't know. What do you think is going on with Morpheus? At first I was like, why did they recast him? Then I realized that he's a lot younger, so maybe, and then you see Neo as older, so maybe there's something else going on that I'm not realizing, that maybe this isn't the same exact Morpheus, it's a different version of him, like at the beginning, like they restarted him or something.
I mean, that works, except Morpheus is grounded in reality. He's still in the whole actual post-Earth.
Yeah, I know. So that's what I'm thinking, is maybe something happened to him and this is like a copy of him, and this is maybe the bad version possibly.
Or this is just a pure Matrix version. There is no tie to the real world. It's just a computer version of him. Yeah,
could be. I don't know. I feel like Neil Patrick Harris's character is very sus. I think he's trying to get to him for some reason. Like he is one, I don't know what side he's on, like the good side or the bad side, but he's definitely suspect. He's put there for a reason, is my guess. I think he has to go to him to be subdued with the pills. Like, hey, here's your blue pills. Make sure you take them every day.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
And then who's the guy at the end with the black hair? Have we seen
going through that trailer? I have no idea. a lot happened. You talking about the Agent Smith looking guy?
No, there's a guy at the very end. He's wearing like a clean cut suit, and
Oh,
or
the
it's
guy
not
in
a suit. Yeah, he.
Yeah. No, I have no idea who that is. Why is he welcoming him back to the Matrix?
Because at the end of 3, there's the guy who's watches all the screens, right? He's like the counterbalance to the Oracle.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a younger version of him.
Yeah. Okay. Could be.
Maybe it's a time
Really
manipulation
can't
thing.
That's my only guess. It's a time manipulation thing. I bet you anything that Neo, the Neo that we know, doesn't actually look like him right now. I think he looks like the old guy we're seeing in the mirror.
Mhm.
And that he's been put into this other matrix, like this happy time. Like, hey, good job, live in this happy matrix and ignore everything else. You know, you did your job, be happy. But he's also realizing probably that he is old, he's going to die soon, and maybe he needs to find his replacement or something before he dies of old age, because he's going to. And I'm pretty sure the batteries don't keep him alive forever, is my guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they're like actual batteries for
I mean,
the
they
robots,
are,
and
but
yeah, so
whatever
they're all the
device
humans
they
run
use.
out. Yeah.
So, visually, I mean, I don't know. The colors look a lot better. Like, I kind of like the color palette a little bit better, but I do enjoy the gritty griminess of the original better. I don't know. Maybe there's a better balance and better other parts of the film, but it definitely felt glossy.
It
Does that make
I
sense?
don't know. I like the train sequence. It reminded me of that Wolverine movie where he goes to Japan.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't a fan of that. There was just like it seemed like it borrowed heavily from a lot of different, like I've seen flashes of other movies throughout it, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
what
if
it
it's
is. It's
doing
like
anything itself.
all it did was it went and took the films that it had influenced and is now taking them back and doing its own version of it. It's strange.
It was kind of like the trailer for that new Terminator movie, Dark Fate or whatever, where they bring back yeah.
Same idea.
Yeah, it seems very similar. I never watched that movie because I
will
heard it
never
wasn't good, so I'd never put the time
There's
in.
only 2 Terminator movies for those of you out there.
And I'm afraid that this might follow down Terminator Dark Fate, where they bring back Sarah Connor and great.
Yeah, I feel like this really, I think a lot of people who are big fans of the series are going to like this, because I think it really played to the nostalgia of the series. Like, hey, here's this person and that scene and this moment. Don't you remember how cool that was? And here it is, like, just better, I guess, or, flashier.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's okay. I mean, it's what I guess I kind of expected it to be. Like, I wasn't like thinking that they were really going to do much else. The one thing I did notice though, watching the trailer, is that it's just one of the Wachowski's siblings.
That's what I was going to say.
Lana,
It's just Lana Wachowski rather than.
Yeah,
I don't know why that's the case.
Strange. 2 big names missing from this film.
Because I remember when producers would just put money into whatever they were doing because The Matrix was so successful, and it seemed like each progressive movie was worse than the previous until they finally weren't hired for a period of time.
For a long time, yeah.
Yeah. And now just one coming back is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have much else to say about it, really. It's, I think, going to be the same way that Star Wars was. I think there's going to be people that are going to come back to it and, like it for nostalgia's sake, and then it's going to peter out after that, because I don't see how it could further itself after this in a way that would hold water.
I feel like it's part of them. I don't think it's going to do successful. Like, Star Wars has such a big following, they could literally release anything. There's always going to be people
on film and be like, yes, great.
Yeah, there's going to be people who hate watch it too. I don't know if The Matrix has enough of a following. Like, I feel like they want to maybe correct what they did in 2 and 3. I feel like they want to course correct their entire
Ooh, that's
universe.
a good call. That's maybe why they're doing the soft reboot. It's like, hey, we screwed up. Let's do it this way. And now we have the better narrative for the future.
Has it been long enough since you guys have forgot what we did?
Because there might be people out there that weren't necessarily around. They're still young that have only seen like maybe the first one. Their parents were like, "Hey, dude, don't watch the sequels," and they're like, "Fine, that's cool." Okay, and that might be all they know, and that might work for them for this.
And then of course there's always the target audience of, hey, look, there's explosions and it's crazy. You guys like Fast and Furious. You guys like those Transformers movies. This Matrix, look, we can do all kinds of crazy physics bending stuff because it's not actually based in reality.
Exactly, and it will do well because it's Keanu Reeves, and Keanu Reeves is hot right now. So I think it's going to be fine. It's going to make money for sure. It's definitely a movie that's going to get people to theaters as well, which I think is what Hollywood is really trying to bank on right now. So I think it'll probably do that for sure. I mean, a lot of people are just going to want to see all their favorites back on the screen again. So there's that crowd.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. If it feels like it's tugging too much on nostalgia and not like I would have been fun if they went just like super dark with this and twisted or something. Like that's what I was hoping for.
Or even super just like through the looking glass idea. Like that's a dark book source material, and the movies have kind of whitewashed that whole idea.
Of course, they don't want to go dark. It's Disney and stuff,
Yeah, you could build on that in the Matrix universe really, really sharp. Because there's a lot of fan art that bases kind of on really twisted dark alleys. There's video games, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it'd be fun to have like a Jabberwocky type villain in this, and I don't feel like I knew who the villain was. If there was an antagonist of any kind,
is it the guy at the end?
Could be all the Smiths.
Is it just new Agent Smiths again? Which that's tired.
Yeah, and if you don't have Hugo Weaving, I don't know what the point is.
Exactly.
Of that character. It's like just choose a different type of character. That's what I understand. It's like why not create a new type of horde of people or something? I don't know. What do you think at home, people? Let us know. Did you enjoy the trailer?
Yes, that's the real question, because I feel like I guess I wanted the trailer to do more. I don't know if the trailer really got me, like from before I watched the trailer, I didn't really care. And I don't know if after I watched the trailer I really care. And that's what I needed, because like again, the Spider-Man is just such an easy comparison because I didn't know what they were going to do.
Right.
I was excited, but I didn't think they would push the timeline up. Like everybody's been like, oh, it's not going to be till like Doctor Strange or Ant-Man 2022, 2023. Right. Spider-Man pulled it forward of what they're doing. Matrix, I don't even know what they're doing. I don't know if there's a 5 and 6. I don't know if we're doing anything special, because it goes also to the idea of Stranger Things. Stranger Things always could have jumped around and done Stranger Things anywhere. The Matrix can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be Neo. It's not called Neo.
Right.
You could have anybody interact with the Matrix in any form.
Yeah, somebody found like the back door in or something. I don't know. It'd be kind of fun. But they didn't. That's the way that is.
No.
So, but we did want to let people know that Alex couldn't be here with us tonight to give his reaction, but he did let us know that he did watch the trailer and he was really excited. So he enjoys The Matrix a lot, and I think he really enjoyed the trailer. So I think there's going to be people out there that are going to be super hyped for this, honestly. I just don't think you and I are the target audience for this franchise.
I think that's definitely, like, Alex is hard on nostalgia. That's kind of his jam. And so this is definitely, when he says I have goosebumps, it's seeing them jump to the helicopter, seeing the rocket launcher, seeing all that kind of actual scenes of, oh look, Keanu Reeves is doing it 20 years later.
Exactly. Yeah, and I get that. I totally get that. I mean, nostalgia is a hell of a drug, and Hollywood right now,
entire companies are based on
it,
people's nostalgia.
Banking on it big time. So we'll see how this goes.
Did you watch the Animatrix?
I think I watched it when it came out, and I don't remember much. I remember it looked really good. I remember my friends who were into The Matrix loved it almost more than the films, which says a lot. They definitely liked it more than the sequels. I know that. So I know it's a big deal. I don't know the story of it, though, because I can't remember the story. I just remember watching it in the dorms, I think, in college, possibly. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I know Alex. He's referenced it at least 3 or 4 different times. So
I've
never seen it. I don't know anything about it. And I just wanted to know if it's a different storyline that this movie could essentially rely on, rather than the blue pill and the red pill and waking you up from your Matrix hibernation.
Right. Give us a new philosophical jumping point, so to speak. would have been kind of fun this time. But
because like the core idea of the Matrix, it's a fun idea that we're all just living in a simulation.
Of course.
That's cool, but you can do so much more than the story you've already told.
Yep. But maybe they have a plot twist. They did the same thing with the first Matrix. No one understood or knew the big plot twist that they were batteries, that we all lived in the Matrix as well. Like that was kind of kept from audiences in the trailers and stuff. And maybe they're doing the same thing here. I'm hoping they are. Maybe there's like this midpoint, mind twist that we're not expecting. And they're purposely not showing it in trailers either. Like maybe the first half is like the nostalgia dump. Like here's all the stuff you know and love. But here's where we're going, and it's going to be totally different, and it won't sell in a trailer, if that makes sense.
Right.
That's me being hopeful.
The trailer is going to... It's the sizzle reel of all the action. Look at the explosions and the car chases and the bullets and all that stuff. That's the trailer idea.
Sure.
It's just a classic action movie.
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh, we're going to actually philosophically switch everything so that the timeline essentially reboots. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it this though. A lot of the shots did look really nice. Like it's a movie that like I could see myself being okay watching. Like even though it'd be kind of like something I wouldn't be as into as others. Like, yeah, visually some of those shots were really nice to look at. I wouldn't mind watching that film. So
yeah, I'll watch an action movie.
Right, exactly.
It's
in the
fun.
Matrix
universe.
Yeah, put my brain away for a bit.
I just want them to do something that activates. Because I don't think the Matrix was as appealing just because of the special effects of Neo, bending backwards and having the bullet go over him.
Of course.
Like that's iconic. But I think the appeal is the philosophical idea of where humanity is, us destroying ourselves, and, the sci-fi ramifications of future warnings.
Exactly. And I'm afraid that I think we've got a lot of that from other people like Black Mirror, and what Christopher Nolan's doing. Like I think there's other people and directors out there and creators that have already kind of done that for them. So I'm not too sure what else they can do.
It's tough.
Yep. Oh well.
So everyone, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and let us know. And then check us out at Secondary Heroes for our normal podcast. We're talking about Marvel's What If series right now.
Oh, yeah.
And who knows what future stuff. We'll probably talk about this movie when it comes out, 12/22/21.
Exactly. And what if?
So be sure, at Secondary Heroes, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You find us on iTunes. And of course, just YouTube gives you links to all those places elsewhere. And until then, until you find us somewhere else, or if you liked it, let us know what you think of The Matrix. Are you excited to resurrect a essentially dead franchise? I guess it's a kind of ironic name. But until then, we hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you next time.
All right, Brog out.